Welcome back to American Agenda. Well, as the presidential race for 2024 heats up and is happening quickly, you can't forget about certain states. We're talking about 3 states: Montana, West Virginia, and Ohio. West Virginia and Ohio are up for grabs and could play a huge role in flipping control of the Senate to Republicans.
That's right. And with that in mind, let's talk about Montana. Okay, where Republicans, Tim Sheehy, he has gotten Senator Tommy Tuberville's endorsement for Senate. Tuberville saying of Sheehy, quote, "As a football coach for over 40 years, I know how to spot talent. Believe me when I say Navy SEAL Tim Sheehy is a 5-star recruit."
That's quite an endorsement. And joining us now with more is Republican candidate for U.S. Senate from Montana, Tim Sheehy. Tim, great to have you here with us in studio. What is it about Montana that is so crucial to flipping the Senate?
Well, West Virginia is off the table. Joe Manchin is not running, which means we're all but going to win West Virginia. And the next state in the chute is Montana. You know, Trump won the state by 20 points and 16 points, respectively. It's a conservative state, yet we have a very liberal senator representing Montana, and Montanans are ready to retire him. So if this seat flips, if I'm successful in beating John Tester, the U.S. Senate is back in Republican control. And as we've seen over the last 3 years of disastrous progressive policies, we know how important it is to have both houses of Congress. It starts with the Senate.
Yeah, definitely needed here. Let's get to this, Tim. You just mentioned your competitor's name here. One of the big issues you're running on is the border. You call your opponent, Democrat John Tester, quote, the most corrupt, two-faced career politician in America. You say he's had 18 years to secure the border, but refused to do it. And Montanians are dying because of his failed leadership. With every state now in effect a border state, how do you secure the border here, Tim? How do you secure it?
Well, to start, we've been across Montana from Eureka to Ekalaka, from Dillon to Havre, across the whole state. It's a big state, the 4th largest state in the country. And it's remarkable, from towns of literally 24 people to our major urban centers like Billings. The one most common concern of all Montanans is the southern border. We're a northern border state, and they are deeply concerned about the southern border because they're feeling the effects every day. Fentanyl overdoses in our small towns, our Indian reservations are being hollowed out by the fentanyl epidemic, and crime is through the roof. Montana's Mayberry. Most people don't lock their cars or their doors, and now they're experiencing crime. So, number one, we got to secure that border day one. We've done it before. Donald Trump did it. It's not that hard. We have the money, the resources, and the people. We just have to have the will to do it. That's step one. And step two is we have to start processing, identifying, and deporting elements of the, we don't even know how many, 10, 12, 13, 15, 20 million illegals that are in this country. We have to start dealing with that problem today.
That's right. Every state now is a border state. Really
Correct.
Important for Americans to realize that. Also want to talk about an area of the world that you are very, very familiar with, the Middle East, of course. Lots going on there, to say the least. Now, the United States Navy's Mideast chief tells the Associated Press that Iran is directly involved in Houthi commercial ship attacks in the Red Sea. Now, you fought Iranian-backed terror groups in the Middle East. You even still have shrapnel in your body from fighting at that time. So obviously a topic that is very poignant for you personally, but also professionally. What's going wrong here, and what should our administration be doing to fix this?
Well, it's pretty easy to start with. We stopped giving billions of dollars to a nation that wants to kill Americans and destroy Israel. That's step one. Let's not pay billions of dollars to our enemies. That's a pretty common sense solution. And you're right, I spent years fighting in the Middle East. And although we were fighting al-Qaeda, we were fighting ISIS and the Haqqani Network and many other extremist groups, the one common thread in all of these threats we're facing is Iran. They've been killing and murdering Americans for 43 years. From the Beirut barracks bombings to the Tehran embassy in 1980, let's not forget, they killed 287 Marines while they slept in Beirut in 1983. And they've been murdering Americans ever since.
Got about
we need to be muscular.
20 seconds here. I want to give you a chance to talk about the company you created. You've gone public with that. You're a job creator.
Absolutely.
You know how to do this. You know how to bring down inflation. Talk about that.
At the end of the day, the magic of America is small business. American economy is small business. We have to get out of business owners' way. We have to incentivize people to build businesses and create jobs here, not punishing them for work.
All right, Tim Sheehy, good luck. Thanks for joining us here in studio, and we appreciate everything that you've done to help protect our country. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Best of luck.